what's the last movie you remember watching when you were small that you just watched so many times? There's cartoons, there's TV shows, there's movies, there's so many different forms of entertainment. What if I told you that they're probably more educating to you than anything you've ever learned in school? Because we're taught in school to memorize things, right? So you can pass the test or the exam or the quiz. But if only, imagine you got questioned on those tests about the stories that you fell in love with. The cartoons, the movies, the TV shows, the comic books, whatever it was. Why do we remember these stories more than we remember these things in the textbooks? It's because the stories have something that we don't have. It makes us feel like we're part of that, whatever it's something. And when we're into that, we fall in love with it. We fall in love with those characters in it. We love the theme, the story, everything about it is just so beautiful. Now, if only school was like that, we would run to the classrooms exactly, maybe faster than we run to the cinema halls. My name is Muhammad Usman Ali, and I am here to just tell you that I love you because I'm sure you love a story in the world. I'm a storyteller. I've been telling stories since I was small, and I got to also tell a story in a $21 million movie. So I guess I became an actor, but I mean, that's not it. I love reading books. My mom used to read me books every time I fell asleep. So then I made an audiobook. When I was 19, I wrote a book called The Young Mastermind. It's on Amazon. But I don't think I'm just an author. I think I'm just someone who loves stories. And I think you probably love some story too, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and discover the secrets in the stories. Because every story has a secret. It's like everywhere you look in the world, you see that something that is so beautiful, right? That little sparkle in the sky called a star, or that beautiful fish in the water that stands out from everything else. Whatever it is, you love it. If you love it, then that means that there's probably something in it. And if there's something in it, then you probably want to know more about it. So how do you find out more about this? Well, what you could do is you could ask yourself, hold on, I want to understand the secret in the story. So let me tell that to myself before I watch Netflix tomorrow morning. Look, I've watched Netflix and Blockbuster home videos and YouTube vlogs, and I've been to private cinema halls on islands. Like, I've watched so many different types of movies in different environments with famous actors and actresses too. So I want to just share what I learned, what I feel is more educating than just the entertainment that we see in the TV nowadays. What is that? Well, basically, on this channel, in these videos, what we're gonna do is we're gonna study movies, not books, not scripts, movies. I'm an actor, I'm an author, but I just want to tell you a story that you probably already know about. So, for example, I'm in New York City. This is the first time I've been here on Christmas Eve, and we are going to understand the beauty of Home Alone.
Of all the familiar sounds of Christmas, surely this one is the most beloved. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
My family's in Florida and I'm in New York.
See, Home Alone was something I always watched growing up, and I didn't know, why. I just loved it. And today I understand why. And one of the things that Home Alone Kevin McAllister does throughout the film is he runs away from his parents. He runs away from his family. Maybe not consciously, but unconsciously, he didn't feel like he fit in with them. He felt like he's different. He felt like there's something maybe wrong about him, or whatever he felt. that they didn't accept, they didn't fully embrace him. And I felt that way growing up with my family. So I think maybe that's why I was watching that. I don't know. But today, when I found out about this thing called trauma, and then I found out what happened to me growing up, and then I searched up online, they say that one of the things, that happens to people who suffered from this type of abuse, for example, they run away from the home. Then that made me, I was like, oh my God, aha moment. I've always ran away from home. And if we watch Home Alone, what does he kind of do? He kind of runs away from home. So, and that's why he's alone. So the thing is, like, in life, we're attracted to things, maybe not knowing why, but there's similarities in that, and that's maybe what makes us attracted to that. So I just love Kevin McAllister. The whole thing he's done in New York and Home Alone 2 was just beautiful. He didn't actually ride on a plane, fly on a plane. He didn't ride in a taxi over the Brooklyn Bridge and come to, the famous hotel that I got to visit. The Plaza Hotel, right? So it was amazing. I got to even pray there, and then, ran around Central Park. I think I went near the bridge. Now, I don't know if he's actually got to have fun in Central Park. I don't know if he actually got to live it up and have all the yummy ice cream and the sweets in the hotel, or I don't know if he really hung out on the taxi. He probably didn't, because I used to work on movie sets and I saw what goes on. Like, the kids don't actually do those things that we see them do in the TV. However, I'm sure he had fun as an actor. He was a child actor. You work more than 12 hours a day sometimes. My little brother's a famous actor, and he's the lead of a movie called Born a King. So I know my brother had to study on set. He was tired. He didn't really have fun the way the movie is making it look like he's having fun. So everything in this world is not what it seems. Anyways, and then, everything about Home Alone, like everything he has experienced throughout Home Alone 2 in New York City, I got to experience this time in my life. And I'm 25 years old, but there's a child within me like Kevin McAllister that was seeking to feel this freedom that I saw in the film. And I got to finally feel that, and it feels amazing. And I'm so happy and grateful to my parents, to my family, to everyone who was part of my journey here in New York City. But the interesting thing about me is that I love family and I need them around me. When I understand that they love me and I know that they're going to be here for me, I don't need to run away from them anymore. So God's given me an experience in New York City where I'm kind of doing the whole Home Alone thing, but not away from the family. I'm with the family and they're joining me on the journey, and it's a blessing. So I got to experience that, and it's amazing. So what I would love for you to do is to do what your heart tells you to do. So if there's a movie, a TV show, a story, a comic book, an anime, whatever you've watched in life and you really love it for whatever reason, maybe go to that location where they made it, like New York. Or maybe go do something that's similar to that. Hopefully it's a good thing. Don't do the drugs and all the bad stuff, even though I've kind of done that because I watched a lot of movies like Wolf of Wall Street, Scarface, thinking that that's success, and it's not. It's a big scam, and they're not really doing drugs, and they're not really happy. So we gotta look at the good parts of the movies and the films, and we gotta do that only, because we don't want to destroy ourselves, right? So I just really loved the Home Alone experience, and I'm just so grateful. I'm in New York City. That's Manhattan, Empire State right behind me, and we got to make my own homemade movie in New York City. So I recommend you do what you love doing. Let's see what